our gas tank, filled up all our jerry cans, and we are hoping one of the gas stations between here and there is open. Otherwise, we should be good with what we have on the roof.
We're probably going to have to be using our jerry cans for the next, somewhere along the next stretch of highway. Blowing snow, low visibility, slippery conditions, bison on the highway.
Officially getting into the mountains now, which is very exciting. It looks windy, maybe it's also pretty hilly, so we'll see what that is, but we're doing pretty good. Jim's taking his time, which is good. How are you feeling, Jim?
I'm feeling pretty good. Visibility is decent. The road at this stretch anyways doesn't have any sand on it, and it's got like hard packed snow on top, which can be pretty slippery, so I just want to be careful on the turns. But yeah, I'm really enjoying myself, man. Like, look at this. Saw a couple moose already. Just stopped to check out this moose and have a pee break.
Well, wow, it's such a beautiful view. I don't even... It's terrifying. Whew. Can't work that job if you are afraid of heights.
Did you see the other guy had him on a sling? I'll be able to see it up here. This guy's barely doing 40.
Careful, it's slippery.
Feels weird, but
it's so slippery.
So it's just slippery.
Yeah, it's just like you don't get any grip on it because it's all just frost. Ooh, 40 kilometers an hour around this bend.
Now this guy speeds up. See that?
Yeah, now he picks up speed.
40. Oh, let's do 100. 100, let's do 40. I'm the opposite man.
Interesting.
This is wicked, eh?
So incredible.
The Northern Rocky Mountains.
No wonder people drive this highway. Well, here's one gas station we were hoping would be open, but
very, very closed.
Looks pretty closed. Yes, I really hope we see sheep. Can't really see the mountain, but it's back there. Look at it. It's huge. It's covered in snow. Wowzers.
Wapiti. Yeah, that's their house.
Toad River. This was the place that I was hoping would be open for gas.
There's the folding mountain. Look.
Oh yeah. We just passed a sign saying Toad River, which was where I was hoping we could get gas to refuel. I wasn't sure if it was going to be open, but we passed a sign that said open year round. So that sounds promising. So we shall see if we can get gas there. If we can, might be just what we need to get us through to Watson Lake, because we're about 326 kilometers away and we still have over half a tank. But yeah, it would be nice to just top up for sure.
Yeah, smart idea to bring gas for sure, especially if you're towing, you're burning more gas, and especially in winter, because there's some of the gas stations are only seasonal.
Oh yeah, this is open. Look at all the cars. Yeah, Toad River. I knew it. Good, now that he has his little caterpillar toy, hey? Thank you, Toad River.
That's not a toad.
Caribou are so friendly.
Wow.
I wonder if I should look at the map. Taking a risk and we're skipping this. I don't think they sell gas. Those gas pumps looked real old. So I think we're still going to need to use our jerry cans potentially before we get to Watson Lake.
Okay, how much further?
Well, we just passed a sign that said 300 kilometers. I know, so our fuel thinks it's 424, but remember when we were driving from Sault Ste. Marie to Wawa, and
Yeah,
we were trying to
down. That doesn't take the pulling the trailer.
Yeah, so it jumps down much faster than it actually should on there. So I'm just thinking based on that, like I know it says 424 kilometers, but I don't know if that's actually 424 kilometers. So
well, if you add up all our jerry cans together, we have about 3/4 of a tank. You know, so I imagine that if we pour all those jerry cans in, we're gonna make it. We'll just have to refill all of them, obviously, when we get there.
Yeah, I think with the jerry cans, no problem, we'll make it. But
okay,
we shall see.
That's okay. We'll just pull over and refill. You know, before we run out.
Muncho Lake. Beautiful.
That's an airstrip there. Look, it's old, but. Space, eh?
you any wildlife, but I feel a beautiful mountain.
Stone sheep. Cool. Stone sheep are thin horns. They're really rare. Very, very closed. Very, very close. Look at that mountain.
I know. So we are currently driving through Muncho Lake Provincial Park. We just passed the actual lake, which was absolutely beautiful. And up next is Lillard Hotsprings, about 50 kilometers away. So we're definitely going to be taking a break there and checking it out. It's definitely one of the must-see attractions along the Alaska Highway. It's one of the ones that everybody mentions that we have to check out. So we will be doing that. So far, we've been making some good time.
Have we been making good time?
I think so. The roads are pretty snowy, but we're just taking our time and being safe. We've been really enjoying the sights around every corner. Is just another beautiful vista. So it's been a beautiful drive and not as scary as I was expecting it to be, which is nice. I mean, I can understand the fear with the roads being pretty snowy and windy next to cliffs, and of course transport trucks flying past you at about 120 kilometers an hour. So definitely there's risks driving this highway, but again, we are taking our time and we're being careful, and we'll get there when we get there.
Yep.
The sky is getting more and more blue.
Let's hop out and check it out. Look at that watercolor.
Beautiful.
Really got to watch the road for bison through here. Yeah, perspective, wrong one anyways.
Nice
That's
wide
the best
road, eh?
view, yeah, eh?
Hey, buddy.
Wesley, look. Is this a lake?
Yeah.
Wesley?
kilometers. Nope, 2 kilometers. Check your fuel. Next service, 148 kilometers.
There are a lot of bison along this stretch of the Alaska Highway, and these are technically wood buffalo, but they're mountain buffalo. A lot of people think that you know, bison only live in the plains. Well, here we are in the Northern Rockies, and there are bison. Wood bison were pretty much extirpated in BC until a reintroduction program, and these ones were probably mostly from some that were reintroduced north of here in the Northwest Territories. A lot of people don't know that's a thing, that there are still mountain bison, and they did actually at one time come further down south to Grand Cache and stuff like that in Alberta too. So really cool sight to see. They're not too scared of people, if you can't tell. Look at them, they're just right over there. But definitely you got to be careful, because some of these things get huge, and you don't want to hit one.
That one is eyeing me down over there.
Bye, bison. What's that?
The one with the huge horns was really eyeing me down. I think he was like, if you get any closer,
I'm gonna mess you up.
I might have to stand up, and that'll really annoy me.
Look at the Lillard River. Good shot of the river.
You're in the way. Cool. Not our fair share of bison today.
Closed. Okay, here we are at Lillard River Hot Springs, but the hot springs are closed. Bummer. Obviously the hot springs didn't make that decision, because they're just geothermal you know, activity within the Earth's core, creating water to boil up and a beautiful place to have a warm dip, which is especially nice in the middle of the winter. They're a great temperature. I've never been there before. I've heard about them, but due to COVID, I guess BC Parks just closed BC Parks just closed the hot springs and aren't letting anybody in. I guess it's just a bad idea. If people were coming here and, you know, using them, it could potentially be a COVID spreading scenario. I personally am a little bummed, because it's like, how do you close nature? Like that song Sign by 5 Man Electric Band, when you put up a sign to keep people out, trying to keep Mother Nature here. No, how does it go?
Keep Mother Nature in.
We put up a sign to keep me out, trying to keep Mother Nature in. If God was here, he'd tell you your face, man, you're some kind of sinner. Whoa, sign, sign, everywhere a sign, blocking up the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the signs? So that's kind of what this is reminding me at, like you're closing nature, but at the same time it's like, you know what I mean? COVID is a thing, and you know, me and Tori are taking extra precautions to deal with that. That's why we have the trailer. That's why we're self-isolating for 2 weeks when we get to the Yukon. We're making the best of it all. But you know, maybe that's just one of the things that, you know, it's a tough pill to swallow, but we got to do so we can get back to normal faster. So hopefully we can hit up the hot springs on our way back, which will be at the end of March. So gigantic bummer.
Womp womp. So disappointed.
I feel like, remember in what's it called, a National Lampoon's Vacation, where they drove to Wally World and Wally World was closed, and
yeah,
Chevy
like,
Chase.
that's how I feel. Like I'm never. When am I going to come here again in the winter?
Yeah.
For the rest of my life.
Sorry, folks, we're closed to prepare and restore America's famous family fun park. And then Chevy Chase punched the moose in the nose. It was absolutely hysterical. There's no
There's
moose
no
to
moose
punch
around
in
here
the
to
nose
punch.
here. There's no moose to
There's a
punch
few
in the nose.
bison back there.
I'm gonna
We
go
can
punch a bison in the nose. That
Let's
won't make
go.
me
Let's
feel
go punch a
better. It's not
bison.
the bison. It was Marty the moose or whatever's fault. It's not the bison's fault.
How
Bullshit.
natural spring, like it's wild. So, what's on the menu for lunch?
Hot dogs.
Hot diggity dogs.
Well, we can't take a dip in the hot springs, but we can stop here and have lunch and have a hot dog. So that's what we're gonna do.
Dogs? What about you?
What's that?
You're trying to do.
We're driving to White Horse.
Oh yeah.
Would you like
Yeah,
a hot dog?
Huh?
Would you like a hot
You gonna
dog?
stick around for a hot dog?
Sure. I wouldn't say no.
Right. So we're going there. We're in a cabin for 2 weeks, and we're gonna go fishing and some ptarmigan hunt or grouse hunting or whatever. And she's
Probably. Where are you going?
just outside of Whitehorse, Fish Lake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for the States, in the States.
Guys, you know the time is?
These hunting like
I still with you.
so that okay. So I forgot to realize that. That's a big job. Far north in Ontario, there's like a polar bear. So, like, you know what I mean? And then you got grizzlies and black bears. It's crazy out here. You'll see some on the way home next week. To go on a canoe trip down the Epps River. So,
Geez, you were way out.
yeah. So I started at you know where Ramside Outfitters is in Keel Lake. So I started.
I trailed horses out of Keel Lake when I was. Talk for a husband. Well, they did. Talk for a husband.
Just finished off our hot dogs, and a local guy from the Yukon named Jim came over, had a little chat about the current state of the world, and told us how he used to live in a remote part of the Yukon and worked as a trapper.
Just let me do it.
There you go. Sorry. Yeah, worked as a trapper for years, and was really interested in our story and what we're doing, and had a little pointers on where to stay. He plows the roads around here, so that was cool. And man, it turned out to be a great day. So a little bummed out that Lillard Hot Springs is closed, but it is what it is. And yeah, we're looking forward to hitting the road again.
Feed Wesley in the car.
Oh, feed us in the car. Okay, so maybe we just stop at the next spot and do the, or maybe we can fly the drone over Lillard Hot Springs. So
Do we want to risk that?
It's
It
not
might be too
ille-
cold.
it's not illegal to fly the drone over Lillard Hot Springs, is it? As long as we're not just taking it off from within the park.
The airspace above Lillard Hot Springs is not closed.
No, as long you can't fly a drone in the provincial park, but you can fly it over the provincial park
This
as
isn't
long
a
as
provincial park.
it's not.
No,
What is it?
Lillard Hot Springs.
So how are they allowed to close Lillard Hot Springs if it's
Because
not
they
even
made
a
it
park?
into a whole attraction.
Oh.
Oh wait, provincial park campground.
Yeah. So it's the Lillard Hot Springs Provincial Park. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll take you on an air tour of Lillard Hot Springs. Are we gonna do?
I'm too scared to try.
I'm not. I'll do it.
can do it.
I'll do it. Hell yeah, let's do it. All right.
Okay, gotta get the drone.
Okay. All right. The Lillard River Hot Springs are the largest natural hot springs in Canada. The first boardwalk and pool facilities were built by the U.S. Army in 1942 during the construction of the Alaska Highway. The park contains a warm water swamp and boreal forest which supports rich and diverse plant communities, as well as mammal and bird species. due to the lush plant life, including 14 species of orchids, influenced by the warmth of the springs. The area was originally known as the Tropical Valley. It is a natural river of hot water rather than a spring-fed man-made pool.
Hi, hon.
Hi. I was half expecting you to come back with me in your arms. You got up really close to that, I assume?
Fairly, but I don't know, maybe he was injured. Well, Lillard Hot Springs didn't work out. I flew the drone over them though, and what I think's going on, I couldn't really see where the hot spring was, but I saw like a big pool, and obviously if it's not a river and it's not frozen, it's hot. But anyways, yeah, I guess we got a little bit of a look at Lillard Hot Springs, and a lot of bison. We've been seeing a lot of bison, which is super cool along the highway. Saw fox, some moose as well, which is really cool. And yeah, we're hoping to make it to Watson Lake. From there, we're going to push well into the Yukon on the Alaska Highway, and eventually we're going to be staying at an off-grid log cabin for 2 weeks. And after we're done that, we're going to go off into the mountains, do some winter camping. I'm going hunting with a buddy of mine. Don't know how much of the hunt I'm going to film for sure, but we're definitely going to film and share some of the, you know, just basically remote canvas tent living, ice fishing, ptarmigan hunting. I'll share some of that. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty full, I think, month that we're in the Yukon, and then we're going to turn around and go home. But yeah, the weather's cleared up. We just stopped to have a couple hot dogs there near Lillard Hot Springs, and a guy who plows the roads showed up, warned us that there's a 8-inch dumping of snow. And you know, on some of these roads that are windy and twisty, huge inclines, low visibility, you know, cliffs at the side of them, that spells serious danger. So yeah, we want to avoid having to travel in that. But good news is right now it is beautiful. There's our buddy that stopped for a hot dog. Hey bud, how's it going?
Don't give a shit. Really don't give a shit. This guy just slammed me on the road.
bit.
Okay.
Welcome to Yukon, baby. Look at that. Look at that. I think maybe they should do a little more work on their sign, but whatever.
Yeah.
Look, everybody's left like a mark on it. Woo! We did it! We made it to the Yukon. Holy sh**. Honey, what do you have to say?
It's very exciting.
Say holy sh**.
Holy sh**.
What do you have to say, Wesley? Wesley?
Well, I mean,
okay.
we kind of go back and forth. This is upside down just based on where
Yeah, there might be a better welcome to
but like we
Yukon
go
sign there.
up across the border and then back into BC and then this, I don't really know exactly where Watson Lake is, 72 kilometers still, but I feel like it might be around here. And then once again you go back into BC and then you go, oh, there's Watson Lake. Yeah, so we still got a ways and we're still going to go across the border. Is there going to be a welcome to the Yukon sign at every
Maybe
time
there'll be
we
a
cross?
better one for crying out.
One here.
This one sucks. Just kidding. Sorry, Yukon, I love you. Wow, so amazing. Beautiful day. And we're going to keep going. We're in the Yukon.